Hello? It's recording? Yeah, it's recording. Okay. So we're doing warm up 1 missingChar today. Alright. Give it a non-empty string and an integer n. Alright, give me 1 second. Gotta fix the headphone. Alright. And an integer. Give it a non-empty string and an integer n. Return a new string where the char at index n has been removed. The value of n will be a valid index of a char in the original string, i.e. n will be in the range. Alright. Okay. Alright, so there's a few ways to do this. Just like any other problem. This one, honestly, what you could do is you could use a substring. So right here, I do string. Actually, you could probably just do it in one statement though. It'd be return str substring 0 to 1. Okay. Zero to n. So if it's 0, 0. Nah, you know what? I haven't talked about for loops. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. So this is a for loop. If you know what a for loop is, you've seen this plenty of times, right? Okay. But if not, let me explain how this works. So a for loop is basically exactly what it sounds like. Loop. Alright, it's a loop. It just keeps on going and going and going until infinity. But a for loop is pretty cool, as in it gives you a condition, which should be right here, and this part right here, it's basically like a stopping point in your loop. For example, say n is equal to 4, this loop and stuff is going to start off at 0, 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to stop at 4 because 4 is not less than 4 if n was equal to 4. Alright, we're going to do we're going to create another string right here. X is equal to an empty string. Alright, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to copy the original string and put it into this string x. Okay. Let me put another song on. Alright. Okay, cool. So x, with that in mind, we're copying this over. So like in the first example, the second letter, I don't like this song. Oh, yep, okay. That's why I didn't like it. Alright, so for the first example, we're taking out the I in kitten. Okay, so it would just be k plus the rest. Okay, so this is essentially what this loop is going to do. It's going to start off at 0, which would be k right here, and it's going to stop at 1. So we're only going to get k. X is going to be equal to str dot char, no, str dot char at 0. So what is char at? Okay, char at 0. So say we have a string right here, string x, say it's equal to lazy, right? If I do x.char at 0, I'm gonna get the character L. If I do x.char at 1, I will get the letter A. Okay? So essentially what this is going to do is, so in the first example we're taking out the I in kitten, I'm going to get, on the first iteration, I'm going to get k copied into x. Alright? And then after this, I just want the rest. And I just want to cut corners, so what I'm going to do is x is going to be, I'm just going to do return. This may or may not work, but we're gonna see. X.str.substring into str.length. Let's see if this works. I have a compile problem. N is already defined. Oh yeah, sorry. This should be I. Okay, perfect. Oh, it didn't work. Interesting. Let's see, why didn't it work though? When I ran it, I got what? Alright, that's alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. For int I is equal to plus 1. So, alright, I'll explain this right now. So like I is less than str dot length I plus plus. I think I might have to do -1 here. We're gonna see what happens when I run it. Now here, essentially what I want to do is I want to get ktten if we're going off the first example. Okay, return x. So we're not gonna start off at I. So after this runs, right, on the first iteration, we're gonna get the k. But then if we were to check, oh, I know why it didn't work. That's why it didn't work. I see why it didn't work. I had 0, but if I had I, it would have changed. Yeah. Okay. Does this work? Yep. Honestly, that's all it was. Okay, well, let me explain this version, and then I'll go back to the other version that I had. But, okay, so if we're going off the first example again, here we're just going to get k, right? Now, if we do this right here, I had 0 here. That was the problem. I had 0. So I was only getting k, whatever. I was going to say kkk, but anyway, I don't... Alright, whatever. That was weird. Okay. So like on the first iteration again we got k, but yeah, that was fine. But then like on this part right here, what I would have gotten was like it just wasn't right. Like I'll explain why right now. So like if I change this to hypothetically 0, okay, and we'll take a look at the other cases where I messed up at. You see, so on this one we were supposed to get rid of the fourth letter, which would have been the E in kitten. But since I had 0 right here, all I did was copy over k for 4 iterations. I should have had an I here. So the way this works is it would have been, the first iteration would have been 0, and after that it check if I would be less than n. But first it incremented. So it'd go I is equal to 0, it do whatever is in here, and then I would be incremented by 1. So then on the next iteration I would be equal to 1, but before the iteration would begin, I would be compared with n to see if it was less than n. If that makes sense. Okay? And then only if I is less than n would the character be added to x, be copied to x. So here, again, I didn't want to start exactly at n, because if I started at n, say int n is equal to 2, and we have a string named kitten. I mean, not string x, and in string x is kitten, right? So 2x.char at 2 would be equivalent to t. So say we wanted to get rid of the t, the first t in kitten, right? And if I were to start this loop at exactly n, I'd be copying over that t that I wanted to get rid of. Essentially, wouldn't do anything. If you don't believe me, see what happens. As you can see, okay. Oh wait, when I ran this, what I get? I got kitten. Wait, I wanted to go to the first one, right? So I want to go to the K. Oh yeah, so it wouldn't run that, but it started directly at n, and say n is 0, I got the whole word kitten back. Because I didn't start at the next letter, the next character after n. So say I do n plus 1, it simply works because I'm starting off at the letter, at the character after the letter that I want to take out. Now the other version that I did want to show you guys, which I'm pretty sure it works, but you know, things could just not work. So it's using substring. This is, I won't say it's more efficient, but you know, it looks nicer because it's just in one line. But you do n to str.length. So essentially what this is going to do, this is going to copy the string. So say like in the first example, we wanted to get rid of the I in kitten. What this line right here would do, this would merely add the rest. It add the ktten after the I. Why didn't this one work though? Maybe because I started at n. Maybe if I do n plus 1. Yeah, exactly. So as you can see, this one's a lot more simpler. I mean, it just looks nicer. But what you can also do is you could probably get rid of this as well, and just say that x is equal to honestly, you could probably just get rid of this. Hypothetically, turn this into like a one-liner. Let me leave that thing so it could be more legible. The little space. Substring 0 to n. Yeah, you see, so this is a one-liner right here. It looks a lot neater. Is it more efficient? I don't know. I don't actually know how substring looks because this is actually a method call. I'm calling a method, and in the method it's doing essentially what I did. I'm pretty sure there's a for loop somewhere in there where it's just copying it like piece by piece into the string. So what does this do? This again, it's a substring function, so I'm copying. So let's use let's look at this one right here. On the what this is doing, this is copying the substring from 0 to n. N is equal to 4 in this example. So it's going k, I, t, t. It's gonna stop there, and then what this is gonna do, this is gonna skip over the e and just get the n. That's what it does. And str.length, it simply just goes to, it checks the length of the string. So here I think this would return 5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what's their solution. They have their own solution too, which is basically the same thing. Just you get the front by using the substring method right here, which is done. Then you get the back by using this substring method. Yeah. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section or send me an email. Thanks.